Conscious Capitalism launched a year ago in Cincinnati, promoting business concepts that focus on a higher purpose and making a broad impact. The goal is to make both a profit and a difference. Co-founder Greg Harmeyer is with Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio to talk about it.
Thanks so much. Greg, thanks for being here this morning. What an interesting concept. Let's just start with the basics. Where did this idea of conscious capitalism come from?
Sure. Well, I came across it a few years ago. Conscious Capitalism was an organization founded by John Mackey of Whole Foods and Raj Sisodia from Babson College. And it really is a framework of ideas about how businesses can have a positive impact on society.
So how did you get involved with it? You stumbled upon it and you just said, hey, I want to bring this to Cincinnati?
Yeah, well, they have a CEO summit in Austin, Texas every fall where leaders of different businesses who believe in business and capitalism as a force for good get together and convene and talk about a lot of these topics and have some great, very inspiring speakers. And so I went a couple of years and I thought, you know, this is a great thing to bring to our region because there's so many people I know who already believe a lot of this, who believe in purpose-driven work and believe in that business is a force for good, and yet they're kind of not fully connected. And so we saw this as a way to bring them together and to talk about some of these ideas.
And is that mostly the goal, is just to bring like-minded people together, or is there, I know there are tenets to this.
There are tenets.
Like how do you plan to actually put it into practice?
Yeah, the four tenets of conscious capitalism are stakeholder orientation, purpose focus, culture, conscious culture, and conscious leadership. And they're really a framework of ideas about what a healthy organization and business looks like. Our hope with the chapter is to, yes, get like-minded leaders connected and talk through some of the complexities of those things, because there's a lot of tension between being a great business and having great success. They're not in contrast with each other. In fact, they actually support each other. But we want to bring people together. We want to change the narrative about capitalism as something that truly, when done right, is a positive force in society. And then we want to educate and inspire leaders of how to go about doing that, because I think there's a lot of really conscious leaders in businesses, but they don't necessarily have frameworks and models for how to think about doing good through their business.
And are there examples, business examples, that you point to say this is how you do it, or they're at least making an effort?
Yeah, my observation is there's no one right way, or there's no truly conscious business. I think it's more businesses that want to be. And so some get very much into sustainability. There's many that we've had talk over the past year at our events who are involved in, like, how do you raise up different types of demographics, you know, less privileged demographics, into capitalism, into business in a more healthy way, and train people for jobs they might not have been prepared for. We've had Thrive Impact Sourcing talk about how they've taken people who haven't gone to college and gotten them IT jobs and really raised their living wage. Mary Miller with Jen Koha about what she's done about the Dream Manager work. And so it's just trying to inspire different ways of approaching different elements of work.
And are there other local businesses that you can name that are involved at this point?
Well, there's a lot that have kind of gotten involved. Of course, Tier 1 Performance and LPK has been involved, and you know, New Riff has been very involved. So there's a lot of companies that have said, yeah, this really resonates with me. I want to be a part of it, and I want to help and support it. And so we're trying to reach more communities, or more groups this year. We want to do workshops and help educate what is conscious capitalism and how do you think about it and bring it into your organization. Yeah,
and talk about the workshops a little bit, because you're trying to recruit people to attend these workshops, correct?
We are. So we're doing a few different types of events. Every couple of months we're bringing people together with either panel discussions or speakers to get into a specific topic. Again, it could be sustainability, it could be employee engagement and how you treat people right, it could be benefits, it could be stakeholder orientation. And then we're also trying to get into organizations that are already doing things and use them as examples. And then the third thing we're doing is these hour kind of workshops that give an overview of how to think differently. And so we want to take those out to local nonprofits and groups that might host speakers for luncheons and that type of thing, and talk about this idea.
Well, it's a great, I mean, it certainly can't, what could be bad about getting people together and talking about a better way of doing things, if that's possible.
Right. Well, there's a lot of energy around it today, because it's not the only one. There's an inclusive capitalism group, there's the B Corp movement, there's Small Giants. They're all working towards this same idea of business done right, with the right mindset and the right framework, has a huge positive impact on the world. And it's a part of the platform of opportunity. We say inside our company that organizations exist to serve people, not the other way around. And sometimes businesses lose sight of that. And I think helping them recognize that is an important part.
Well, thank you so much for your work on this, and we'll be interested to see what happens.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely.